Other news now. For the first time since 1803, the iconic Notre-Dame Cathedral in Paris was unable to host the Christmas Eve Mass. 8 months after the devastating fire, the cathedral remained covered in scaffolding with a 50% chance of survival. Here's more on that.
For over 800 years, the beautiful Notre-Dame Cathedral, or Notre-Dame de Paris, welcomed generations of reverent believers and amazed tourists to witness its architectural spectacle. The most famous of the Gothic cathedrals of the Middle Ages, Notre-Dame, part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was known as one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture. But a fire in April 2019 changed everything, as it destroyed the cathedral's roof and collapsed its spire. But for the first time in 200 years, the Notre-Dame is unable to host the Christmas Mass, first held in 1803.
I try to come to Paris for Christmas every year, and as a Catholic this is extremely important to me. Last year I had come for the Mass on December 24th at Notre-Dame in Paris. This year is a change. This really breaks my heart.
Devotees gathered for the midnight Mass by Rector Patrick Chauvet at a nearby Roman Catholic church. 8 months after the tragic fire that is still under investigation, workers continue to repair and rebuild the Paris landmark.
It's really symbolic. It's very, very important. It has been a complicated year. I have been to Notre-Dame before and it's a bit sad. But on Christmas Eve, it's good to be in another parish that's not very far away and is also significant.
The building had remained open for Christmas through 2 centuries of often tumultuous history, including the Nazi occupation at the time of World War II. It was forced to close only during the anti-Catholic revolutionary period in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. President Emmanuel Macron had set a timetable of 5 years for completing repair of the 8-century-old structure. But the rector believes that the cathedral still has only a 50% chance of survival.
C'est-à-dire qu'on va pouvoir maintenant sécuriser totalement le bâtiment.
We need to completely remove the scaffolding in order to make the building safe. So probably in 2021, we will start the restoration of the cathedral. Once the scaffolding is removed, we need to assess the state of the cathedral, the quantity of stones to be removed and replaced. There will be an assessment before a restoration, probably not before 2021. It will take at least 3 years before restoring the vaults, the structure and the roof, so as to allow us to re-enter the cathedral. That would not mean the end of restoration, which will require years.
Il faut refaire la charpente et le toit. Après, on pourra rentrer dans la cathédrale. Ça ne veut pas dire que la cathédrale sera...
Paris prosecutors suspect that criminal negligence caused the fire. They opened an investigation in June, suggesting that a stray cigarette butt or an electrical fault could be the culprit. The Culture Ministry said in October that nearly €1 billion had been pledged or raised for the reconstruction. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.